way you exit it. I've had something very sad, very bad news today about a person when two people went fasting and they did 21 days fast. That must have been a water fast. But as they were fasting, someone was able to listen and hear the Holy Spirit direction on what to do when you finish the fast. The other one was not able to listen and hear the Holy Spirit. And what happened is that this Christian brother, these are two people fast on a fast. One breaks with liquids slowly. The other one ate very strong food, solid, like normal, like just a person who can eat normally. And the sad news is that the other one passed on. And the one who's talking this story is still alive today, who broke the fast using the liquid. So he was bringing up this because of the wisdom that we need to apply with existing from the fast. And this is what, if you are in the fasting community, you know we overemphasize on how to break the fast. It should always be the fasting water, warm or room temperature. Make sure that you take it slow over a good time, which must not be just fixed 2 hours, but that is the minimum we always talk about. 2 hours, sipping, rolling it in your tongue, and then allow time to pass. Don't even be thinking of food. You're not even hungry at that time. You're more clean, and when you're very clean, you don't have hunger packs. They're not there. You don't feel hungry. Then the next thing that you need to do, you need to take the electrolytes, but electrolytes have to be natural. You have to get natural sources of electrolytes. We always recommend the best of the best coconut water. It may not be available where you are. So what will you use? We have them in vegetables, so you use vegetable broth. Just boil, steam, and them like cabbage. Use that one. The soup, the broth. This is not fried. This is just steamed. Nothing else. And even no salt. You don't take salt for a good reason. You don't mix it with salt for good reason. It's already there. Salt. There's some elements of salt in this. Salt you have in this food that have been grown naturally. And you will be able, your taste buds will be able to tell you. And actually at that time, it's like 100, very heightened %. Your buds are very open and you're able to tell that the sweetness in this thing that we're eating, and you'll be appreciating food. Actually, most of people who have done the fast, they'll tell you when they're breaking and they're now getting the first contact with food, especially the liquids, they feel it's like, oh God, you created the best of the best. Meaning, we get a lot of blockage with every now and then consumption. Every now and then consumption gives a lot of blockage, even with our taste buds, our sense of taste. All of them, by the way, when you're in a fast, you know that even your sense of smell becomes very heightened, very sharp, and you can able to pick from anywhere, any smell, whether good or bad. So after your broth, you say, for example, if you don't get coconut water, if possible, you should have that. If you don't have, you take soups of cabbage and things like that, or even fruit compote. But fruits, because of the sugars in them, it could be, you need to dilute fruit compote, where you mix 3 or 4 fruits. Berries is always one of them. if you are available in your area. Sometimes dried, most of the time best is dried. But now, because of the sugar level that you feel it's too going to be too sweet, you make sure that you dilute it very well. Dilute very well. And come to the softest of the soft, the most tender food that you can take. My best is cabbage again. You have already used the broth, you see, the body is already aware of it, it's registered, it's there. So you'll take one, the cabbage that is steamed and it's very soft. This is a process, this should be in day 3 there now if you have did a very prolonged fast. So these are things that you need to do carefully. Don't go to solid foods before you have gone through the right process of breaking with water, electrolytes, and then tender, soft, very soft vegetables and fruits. Avoid citric fruits, because this was my cause complications. This one may cause complications. And what else did I want to introduce again? After good when you have done good hydration through your water, electrolytes, the broths, whatever, you're going to find that now you can start to take, and even the tender, very soft stuff. You'll be able now to take what you need to take, but not with a rush, gradually. Everything must be done with wisdom. That is all I wanted to talk about today. Just wisdom in exiting the fast so that you don't get into trouble with your system, and listen to your body carefully when you feel discomfort. And actually, the other thing is portions that you're taking. Take the smallest you can. Take the smallest you can. Minimize. You need to do some walk. Maybe if you're tempted to take more, get out from where there's presence of food or the presence of whatever you're drinking, so that you allow the body to absorb, your body to wake up, the normal functioning of digestion and enzymes and bile flow, all that pancreatic juices, all those things to come in synchrony with whatever, in uniformity with whatever it's the body is doing and awakening or just need to do. So that is all I wanted to say for today. We'll meet again very soon. And thank you so much, Maya, join me. Greetings and blessings to you from Switzerland. Glad to catch you live here. Thank you so much, Maya, for joining me. But I just wanted to give this short, brief, encouragement, because there's a lot of mess here, and this is where most of people find it. Actually, they even sometimes accuse people of doing the fasting, or those people are promoting fasting. When we have issues of people dying, they die because of lack of following the safety guidelines. There are very clear safety guidelines that if they're not followed, I don't know why some people always want to, not some people, but some people rush. You have been patient enough to stay without food for days and nights. So why is it that when you're exiting, you just want to rush it? Actually, sometimes when I'm on a fast, deep in a fast, like day 3, day 4, day 5, I tell myself I'm not breaking, because the process itself is very long. So I want to just reach the target days that I must reach. If I want to reach my day 7, I target my day 7, and I tell my body, no, even if you want food now, I'm not giving it to you, because it is not. We're not going to take anything that you want. It is also a process. So I tell my mind every now that I don't want to rush it in breaking. I don't want just to stop my fast abruptly, unplanned, because all in my mind is that I'm going to have a process to finish up the whole thing. And the shortest time you should take is 3 days before you come to solid foods. That should be the shortest time. And when you're coming back to solid foods, very tender. So that will be good for today. I just want to focus on one thing. Maybe tomorrow we'll talk about something else. But for today, This is what I really wanted to emphasize on. And you have had so many cases of people who lose their life because of carelessness in breaking the fast. By the way, almost 90% of the cases of people who have issues with dying because of fasting is not always the fasting, is always the poor breaking of the fast. This is a message that you should share with anyone, everyone, everywhere. Please share this message so that people take their responsibility to break the fast. It has to be a process. Before you start, you must know how you are going to exit. Don't just start anything when you don't know how you are going to exit it. So must get all the information. This is where I'm starting. This is the program of exiting. Sometimes you can even have some things prior before you even start the fast. You already have your the things that you're going to use for breaking that fast. You don't just want to rush into things now. You don't want to, even fruits. Don't want to tell me you just get out of a fast and you're there eating maybe bananas, 5 of them, no matter how soft they are, they'll cause discomfort. Fasting is liquid, water, warm, room temperature a little high, like that. So that is all for tonight. And I don't want to give so many examples. I don't want to go to so many stories, but you've heard the story of people in past time in Mozambique dying, and there's another time there was another one in Zambia who tried to fast himself. There's so many cases of these people dying because of not following the safety guidelines and protocol. Thank you for today. I'll see you again tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow to have a talk with you on this or other